kako. Kaya ka no. Welcome to the morning, Mango. Man, shout out to cousin B, Brandon Makaba. Yeah, Baba, love you, Bubs. Have a good day. Love you, Bubs. Love you, Zayden.
Hi, Zayden. Where's Zayden?
Morning, Kako. Welcome to the morning, Mango. Hope you're having a great morning today. Weather report in Kamakea-Ohelo is nice. Blue skies, clouds. Road is wet. Hello, Kimo. Hello, Kako. Space and Time. Today's title, Space and Time. Yeah. Really, one of the points we'll be talking about this morning is holding the space for the duration of time. We're going to talk about all kinds of things. But occupation is what it is, Kako. That's the name of the game. It's always been the name of the game. Occupation, space and time. Holding space for duration of time. Occupying. Got to occupy. Yeah? Not only the physical space. Right now on Mauna Kea, yeah? Kealahulupupuna, the access road. Not only holding that, but occupying our minds, Kako. What are we going to allow, right? How long are we going to allow for them to scrap us and win in this mental warfare? How long? Space and time, Kako. We're going to allow them any longer to occupy this space, our minds, yeah? Because here's the trips. Kahea went out. Hundreds, possibly thousands of people making the pilgrimage up the Mauna, right? And en route, because I know I was there day 1 to day 7, PTSD is real. PTSD is real. PTSD is real, Kako. How are we preparing ourselves to deal with this? Right? Morning, Anake, Alicia. Morning, Kako. So space and time, it's a game of occupation. How long can we sustain ourselves occupying the front lines? Not only Mauna Kea, all these other various struggles, Aina social movements going on. PTSD is real, Kako. You feel it at home. Some of us not even physically on the Mauna, but we feel it. I look at the faces of my babies when they're watching the videos, when they're hearing, listening to what is going on, when we're talking about it. PTSD is real. The truth is, the occupying force, yeah, the foreigners are trying to, for generations now, they've been making it harder for us to live and exist. We've been allowing them the space. We've been allowing them to occupy our space for too long. Too freaking long. So that's the game, Kako. Today, we need you to occupy. Get out there. Get on the front lines. And you don't have to be there physically on the Mauna to have a presence, to hold space. No need, Kako. So space and time, yeah? What I want to talk about is this PTSD trip. Allowing, you know, like, come on now. I've seen various reports over a duration of like 6-7 hours. They're going to come Monday, full force, 4,000 soldiers. 2 hours later, they're going to come Tuesday, helicopters drop in, Rainbow Six. Come on now. Why can't we just get our shit together? Why can't we just get it together? Yeah? And double check, triple check, quadruple check the source, so we're not hearing all of this noise. Oh, from inside the National Guard. Come on, guys. Is it like what, the janitor in the National Guard giving you this information? Or is it the freaking general? Ovaila. Come on, guys. It's causing me stress at home. I cannot be on the Mauna this time because Kuleana. It's causing me stress, Kako. PTSD. We're over here squeezing the mango before the thing even get to my mouth. PTSD is real, Kako. So please, mana management, manage your mana. That's the hardest thing right now. That's the hardest thing right now, yeah? Oh, hurry up, boom, boom, boom. Everybody on the mana, stressed out. Now what? Now what? It's like, no, Kako. They move on the Mauna, we move on them over here at the capital, over here at the capital. They move on the Mauna, we move on them over here at the harbors, over here at the airport. We shut it down. Shut it down, Kako. But all of this anxiety leading up to, leading up to the possibilities, it's causing me stress. PTSD, Kako. I remember when I was on the Mauna, day 2, day 3, day 4. Yeah, proposed 1,000 National Guardsmen. These fuckers. Coincidence, yeah, coincidence. Coincidence. Yeah, that the National Guardsman from Samoa was there. And then, I was just like, wow, what a coincidence. Yeah, they get this couple hundred, 150 or whatever, couple hundred National Guardsmen and women from Samoa. They came there and they were just like, wow, these fuckers, they're going to deploy them against us. They can deploy our own Ohana against us. I was just like, wow, PTSD is real. I never once said that they're going to execute against us, because I know better than that. But the possibility, the potential that they would, is freaking causing PTSD. And I was there, trying to mentally prepare myself to stare down the barrels of 1,000 loaded rifles, possibly. Like, come on now, nothing in the world can prepare you for that. You just gotta do them. But that's the key, yeah? Space and time. In order for us to sustain ourselves in the long run, we need our sanity, we need our mind. We need these kipuka, right? For the soldiers on the front line and for us at home. Talk story. Man, I cannot wait to get this Aloha Anonymous, this AA meeting starting to go. So we can have these kinds of conversations, right? So we can do something about it. Deal with PTSD, talk about it, because that's my trips, yeah? Are we gonna start prescribing PTSD medicine, medication up on the Mauna? Because who knows, bro? Right? High altitude sickness, like all of these things, just compounding, is working against us. This is a mental, this is a spiritual, as well as physical, it's an emotional war going on. How are we dealing with this? How are us at home dealing with this, or coming up with ways or solutions to deal with this in Kako'o of our Kia'i up on the Mauna, of our Kupuna up on the Mauna, as well as across the Pai'aina? Because I know I be there on the Mauna, but if I leave my post over here in Mamanalo at Sherwood Forest, who gon' malama that? This is super crazy going on, right? Super crazy. And because I'm going through that personally, others must be going through that. So PTSD is real, Kako. I never really think so until I came home. Well, I knew what was going on when I was I was conscious up on the mountain. I knew what was going on. But when I came home, and I was just like, wow, had to take like 2-3 days off just to gather myself, my mind, and then just for reacclimate. I was just like, man, I mean, mahalo kia kua, thank God they never deploy like weapons of mass destruction, because that would have been way more crazy. You know, and we all get kuleana. We all get kuleana that when we return home back to our posts, that if we cannot perform and execute against, our families suffer. Yeah, our keiki get left out even longer. They see us there physically, but mentally we're over here trying to decompress. Yeah, spiritually we're trying to patch the wounds, and then, you know, they watch us almost like a degraded dad. You know, like, wow, dad, what the heck went on? So if you have ohana up on the mauna, or if you are really struck emotionally and getting affected mentally, right, and it's causing PTSD or whatever in your life right now, because I know it is for me, I mean, reach out, talk story, kako. You're not the only ones. We gotta do this together. That's the only way we will succeed, is if the effort is together. Yeah. PTSD is tripping me out right now. Good thing I just saw Kamakea-Ohelo. I was waiting for somebody to go live. Kamakea-Ohelo went live just before I went on the open up the morning mango. And I was just like, oh, mahalo kia kua. Everybody safe on the mauna. Eating Portuguese sausage, eggs, and rice. Nah. I don't know what they're eating, but yeah. So mahalo to all the frontliners up there. But for us at home, you know, all this anxiety going on. Like when the hale in the library was torn down and being taken down, brah, I got so many calls, so much calls. People are like, bro, what the hell is going on? And this and that. And I tell them, brother, tita, we just gotta be still. Get in pule, be still. Yeah. Just know that, you know, if we allow this to overwhelm us, does it affect us? Yes. But if we allow it to overwhelm us, yeah, and take away from what we need to be doing for the lahui, all the different things, it's just like, bro, that's the game. We're allowing them to occupy. The game is occupation. We're allowing them to occupy our minds. Yeah. Inadvertently, you know, we're allowing them to take over our lives, consume us. Cannot. We just gotta be still, kako. If you see an Ohana member or somebody going through PTSD, please reach out. Yeah. Don't forget about the 5 attributes of aloha that I shared a couple morning mangoes ago. I don't know, it was last week maybe. Yeah. Akahai, lokahi, olu olu, ha'ahaha, me ke aho nui. We can help each other through this foundation that our kupuna have left for us. Yeah. What are you doing, bro? This is a moral battle, kako. This is moral grounds. We're fighting simply for our right to exist and our right to protect what is ours. If that is not affecting you in that way, then man, come get grounded. Yeah, space and time, kako. How long are we gonna allow them to occupy that space, occupy our minds, which will totally result into them consuming our lives and affecting us in a way. Mali apaha, A plus if that is not here, ha'alele koke. Okay, love you girls. Love you Hina. Lame kai.
You too.
Love you girl.
Bye, Daddy.
Love you.
Love you.
Is that everything? Okay. Oh! Bruh!
What? Forgot about me again?
No, I never.
What?
But and, like more like this big.
Inside.
I throw on. I had about 6 of them, 5 of them. I lost 5 of them. And then,
Was that the hole or on the sand?
I was on the sand, but it's like they're always there. I know they're always there. It's not the first time.
So you just should hole it.
Yeah, it's pole, but they're so big they even get stuck in the net. They go lift the net. Have to jump in the water.
That's moi.
And jump in the water and jump on top of it. grab the closest one.
That's what they call a moi ehukai.
Yeah.
Nice.
At least they're here still.
Yeah.
Sometimes
you just gotta let them go, yeah?
yeah, no, that's the one. You know, Lavi Hokai, but I think times have been shifting because I think they're still breeding. So
Another season.
it's still, so I think we gotta tell DLNR to close the season 1 more month to October. Just extend it, because if not, the resource is gonna be depleted.
Because
I'll
that's
be
the
gone.
ones carry all the eggs.
Yeah, I know. So okay, I will. Call my kako. Occupation. Yeah. What was I talking about? Space and time. Occupy the mind. Space and time. So yeah, kako. The game is occupation. Yeah. How long can we sustain ourselves and occupy? That's the game. Something's gotta give. Something's gonna give. It'll either be them or us. That's the game, Kako. Yeah. That is the game. So, if you or anybody you know are going through mental anguish, are struggling right now with PTSD because you gotta do work right in front of you. Yeah, you gotta go work. You gotta tend to your babies. You gotta cook for your ohana, but it's hard because you're dealing with this stress. What's happening on the Mauna, how our lahui is being treated, how our kupuna on the front line as well as the kupuna ike is being disregarded, how our aina is being desecrated. Yeah. What are we gonna do? If it's affecting your life and it's consuming you, that the day-to-day basic tasks that it should be super easy for you is hard. You know what? Go see your physician. Go to the doctors. Document this. Document it. Yeah? Get your doctor to diagnose you with PTSD. We must build the evidence to the crimes that are happening and occurring right now, that are directed, yeah, this selective racism that's happening, that's being directed to us. Document it, build the evidence, and then beyond that, beyond documentation and recording of all of this evidence, if you need somebody to talk to, reach out. I'm here. Reach out, Kako. I mean, shucks, I get kuleana too, but that's okay. When it comes to our lahui, when it comes to the mental capacity of our keiki and how it's being affected, I'm here. Guaranteed. You come get grounded if you need to. Put your hands in the lepo. Come. Yeah? Come kanu. come spend time with Kupuna Haloa, come. But we need it to be recorded. Go see your physician, Kako. If it's affecting you, go and document it. Because when the javelin comes down and the shit hits the fan, and these corporations and the individuals are being charged with war crimes, we need the evidence. It cannot only be 1, 2, 3, 6 individuals versus the state of Hawaii. It needs to be 600 individuals versus the state of Hawaii. It needs to be 6,000 individuals versus the TMT corporation, the corporation building TMT, for coming into our communities and causing stress, ultimately PTSD. Yeah? So I don't know what the language may be. I'm not a lawyer, but I do know this. This is not porno. This is not porno. And they've been doing this to us for generations, trying to get us to move out of our homes. Yeah? Basically raising the rent by creating all of these multi-million-dollar homes around us, blocking us in and sending us off. You know, they pretty much, this is an eviction notice. This is the precursor to an eviction notice that may happen next year, 10 years, or 30 years, 40 years from now. Yeah? The corporation is going to squeeze us out. It's been happening. That's what I mean. This generational trauma that's been going on, PTSD, through the DNA, it's been happening. They're squeezing us out, sending us out to California, sending us out to Utah, sending us out to Vegas. Oh, go live over there amongst the most poverty-stricken communities, because that's where you belong. Paradise no longer belongs to you. Been happening, Kako. Space and time. We've allowed them to occupy Hawaii, occupy our home for way too long. I hear people make comments like, "Oh, where's the kingdom, guys? This and that." I'm just like, hey, get the F out of here, guys. They've been working day in, day out for years now. Some of them generations into this, for all of us, for Kako. I better not hear any names leave anybody's mouth, because what have you done for your community? So, back to space and time. This is how we need to deal with this together, Kako. PTSD is real. Kilts. PTSD is real. So if you need Pule, I just saw Lali post on there. If anybody need prayer or blessings, DM her straight. That's my tita. We've been in this forever together. We grew up together. We still banging, still smashing. Yeah, I'm following the city and county rubbish truck. Man, a lot of rubbish flying out. We're still banging though. Yeah, Kako. If you need to talk story, hit me up. DM me. Yeah, space and time. How much longer we're gonna allow them to occupy our minds, occupy the spaces within our minds, allowing them to consume our lives. Yeah, ultimately allowing them to affect us, and ultimately the things that we must do for our Keiki, our community, and our Lahui. We're allowing them that space, but how much longer though? Not for ready. So, mahalo para B, cousin. Brandon Makawava for these freaking delicious mangoes. Happening, Kako. Happening, Kako. Don't forget, love you guys. And don't forget the struggles going on. So I'm going to go list them down. All the ones off the top of my head right now, starting out in Waianae, the missile tracking station. There's not a lot of noise going on about that. But it's real. It's happening. Could possibly happen. The expansion of PVT, the landfill over there in Nanakuli. Yeah, ultimately encroaching into the Aina o Maui. You know Maui, the trickster. Maui, yeah, the superhero. He's not actually from Maui. He's from Nanakuli. Yeah, pu'o hale akala. Oya no kana pu'u. So yeah, kako. Nanakuli, expansion of the PVT landfill over there. Ho'ole kila, that's a hell no. No more. How long will we let them occupy our space and poison our waters? Ole. Okay, out in Pupukea, Safe Sharks Cove Coalition. Those guys over there, scrapping development, right over there next to Foodland. Yeah. In the pursuit of money. Ho'ole ikila, that's a no. Coming on down to Malama Waiale'e Ohana, over there trying to preserve and protect Waiale'e. The Aupua over there, the Ili Aina over there. From development, what they want is they want it to be left in agriculture. They want to preserve the cultural and historical significance of that place, of that Vahi. Yeah, by just doing it through a community-driven project and a community-driven vision. They live there. You shouldn't be doing this. Yeah. Okay. Coming around the bend to Kahuku and the windmills up at Kahuku, larger windmills in closer proximity to the elementary. Not only does it pose a hazard to the Ope'ape'a, the Hawaiian hoary bat, which is endangered. I haven't seen one report thus far. I haven't seen one report thus far of the population in its entirety of Ope'ape'a on Oahu. Currently, they let the windmills go up and they're like, oh, well, you know, it's collateral damage. Of course, you know, we understand and we see that these windmills are killing native Hawaiian hoary bats. By the way, the Hawaiian hoary bat is the only land mammal native, indigenous to Hawaii. There was no pigs, there was no ungulates, nothing on the Aina in Hawaii. It was only the Hawaiian hoary bat, the only mammal before human contact. Okay, kako. There's that. Ho'ole Ikela coming around that bend, Malai Kahana, La'ie. Heard a zip line going up over there, as well as something about wastewater treatment plant expansion or a new one to support 5,000 more students going to BYU using public trust, public monies, for corporate or private interests. Cannot do that. Ole loa. Okay, coming around Kaneohe over here at Pu'ohala. I grew up in that community, walking the streets because I went elementary there at Pu'ohala. What's happening there is the development, a proposed development to rezone preservation land into residential land, so this developer can build 8 homes because he's losing money. It's all about money, kako. He's losing money, so he wants to build as much homes as he can in that space. But here's the thing: it's right on the stream, right on Kaneohe stream, and that, you know, testimonies from community members, lifetime community members, 60, 70, you know, 2-3 generations in that space, say that when it comes down, it floods majorly, and that you're ultimately putting the occupants of that home or the new potential home buyers at risk. Is that the kind of PTSD are we, you know, selling today? Like, we're selling PTSD. We're allowing these guys to sell us stress. So I've attended community meetings, and the residents are freaking stressed. They're tired talk. They've said it once, they've said it twice, you know, and enough already. The answer is no. The community doesn't want it. It's not safe. And ultimately, you go and change the course of the water. Once that happens, nobody knows what the stream, what the vai going to carve away. Nobody can predict this. So, Pu'ohala, save Pu'ohala with Tita Kau'i Pratt Aquino. Over there, moving on. Kitty corner to that. Save Kaneohe.org. And Ohana out there trying to ho'ole, resist, yeah, the expansion of Hawaiian Memorial Park. What they want to do is put in 30,000 more plots, space for 30,000 more plots. What that means is, here's what that means is they'll be encroaching and developing, yeah, a part of a heiau complex, a heiau complex, an established heiau complex. Although we may not see it today, we may not know what it looks like because we wasn't alive 200 years ago, but it's still there. It's documented and it's still there. So that's one. And then secondly, they're going to be cutting into the pu'u. They're going to be cutting away at the mountain so they can develop, you know, space for 30,000 plots. 30,000 plots could mean upwards of $400 to $600 million in revenue coming in. Come on now, anybody with that kind of a potential ceiling to make, that's their intention. Their intention is not to provide a service to our community, but to make money. A'ole. Ho'ole ikela. That's a no. Check. A'ole. Kailua now. Malama Kailua waterways, of course, Kako. Keep in mind that Kawainui and Hamakua Marsh are large water tables. Without them, I don't know, the water we wouldn't have water in Kailua to trickle down and backfeed our water table. Who knows? But yeah, remind yourselves, about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, somebody sent me a text, a report about a whole bunch of fish dying. They couldn't figure it out, so apparently it's a type of fungi or bacteria that attacked you know, the specific species of tilapia. I don't know, but to me it's just like, I don't think that kind of stuff should be happening. Something's going on that we don't know. People are stressing out. They're like, what the hell's going on? Is somebody poisoning? PTSD again. Okay, I brought Alika Ferreira over there. Had stopped developing Kailua wetlands. Ka'ele Pulu, a foreign developer, yeah, Chinese developer. As far as we can see, it's a Chinese developer. Wants to first plug in, I think it was like 38 or 36 homes. Now it's down to 29 or 25. Developing right there on wetlands. They're trying to say that the Army Corps of Engineers in 2015 declared that space no longer a wetland. Here's what I know and I believe, that as long as we utilize the name Ka'ele Pulu, it has mana, it has magic. Ka'ele Pulu literally means the black, the wet black mud or wet black earth that is covered with vegetation. If that doesn't describe wetlands to you, then we're not speaking the same language. Yeah, so that's the thing. These guys invest a lot of money into paying people off so they can move forward with their development, but you know, their scientists, paying their scientists off so they can move forward with their development, disregarding the science of our kupuna, disregarding the ike and observation of our kupuna. Like, why did our kupuna name that place Ka'ele Pulu? They literally named it wetland. Why does our science no longer matter? Just like what's happening on Mauna Kea, right? The disregard of our culture, history, kupuna, ultimately disregarding our identity and your and my existence, causing PTSD, marginalizing us, oppressing us, happening today. It's happening in Mauna, It's happening today. Kahuku, Nanakuli, Kaneohe, Kailua. Yeah, so there's that. Stop developing Kailua wetlands. Check them out on Facebook. And then us over here in Waimanalo, one of the many issues, social aina struggles happening in Waimanalo. Over there, Sherwood Forest, the development of that space. Yeah, the significance of that space, the historical significance of that space. It's us trying to protect Iwi Kupuna, trying to protect a piece of history, trying to protect a piece of our culture, ultimately trying to protect our identity. This is what we know it, right? If we are not willing to defend the Iwi of our Kupuna, we are not willing to defend ourselves. People ask, Kuike, why is there so many fascists? Why is this? Why is that? How come it's so many groups, Kuike? You know what? I tell you why. Space and time. We've allowed them too much space for way too long, for too much time. By them developing the spaces around us, especially the shorelines, yeah, where a whole lot of kupuna are buried. So now, ask yourselves, pre-contact, 1700s, pre-contact, pre-missionary contact, pre-European contact, we say it, the scientists say it too, a million people, yeah, million people. That's equivalent, that rivals the number of occupants or like residents today in Hawaii. Where did their Iwi go? If Hawaiian Memorial over here are trying to expand just 30,000 more plots and they need that kind of aina, where did our Iwi go? Where is our Iwi laid to rest? Where is your kupuna buried? Where is your kupuna buried? Think about it. And not just your mom's mom. What about your mom's mom? Where is she buried? Do you know? Do you know? That is the question. Space and time. In that time, yeah, our ohana, your ohana, laid your kupuna to rest in that space. All of the shorelines, our kupuna never have excavators. The easiest place to bury was in sand dunes. We knew this. We still know this. By allowing them to build the Waikikis, by allowing them to build the Ka'anapalis and Lahainas and Kiheis, Ma'alayas, by allowing them to build, you know, Ko'olinas, we're allowing them to desecrate our Iwi Kupuna, ultimately creating the break in our mana. That's where our mana comes from, Kako, from our Kupuna. You are the accumulation of every soul in your genealogy from the first Kane and the first Wahine. People ask why? Why are we so separated? Because they've disrupted our mana. They continue to do that. They've desensitized our minds, right? They've occupied our minds for too long of a duration of time and desensitized you, desensitized me, yeah, to, oh, that's just another park. Oh, that's just bones. No, Kako. We don't need know the name of those kupuna to call them forward when we need help, when we need spiritual comfort, when we need spiritual security, emotional comfort, emotional security. We don't need know their names. But if they are no longer there, we cannot call them forward, Kako. This is not some ritualistic type of bullcrap that we worshiping bones. No, this is just the mere fact, plain and simple, that What we allow them to do to these iwi kupuna, we allow them to do to us. When we allow them to disrupt, disturb this place, this iwi kupuna that have been laid to rest here for hundreds, maybe thousands of years, nobody knows. We allow them to do that to us. But they desensitized us so much so that all we see is the grief. And we don't even understand why. Space and time, Kako. Take the time to take back your space. That is it. How much longer will you allow them to occupy your mind, occupy the spaces within your mind? How much longer? Do you know how much Kanaka out there I see, who have assimilated, who have been desensitized? We're allowing this to happen, no one else. It's us. You're allowing this to happen to yourself. So that's the one, Kako. If you have a problem, if the problem is you don't know how to deal with this because you simply, frankly, just don't know enough, or you believe you don't know enough, reach out. There are resources out there in our community, especially right now, that are willing to help, that are open to help. So my pule, kia kakahiaka, after I log off, is for you. It's for all of you, and it's for all of us. That way we may find peace and comfort in this time of high stress, in this time of self-discoverance, in this time of aloha aina. So, Kako, my mango is dry and I'm at the farm. If anybody got any mana'o, suggestions, send it on through. There's like talk story, send it on through. I'm game, I'm open. And I just want to really want to say that I love you all. Mahalo for tuning in to the Morning Mango, and I hope that the things I deliver and say will continue to be ono as the mangoes are every morning, and that it's palatable for you guys, the lahui, for you guys, my ohana. And PTSD is real. I see it every day, especially with issues pertaining to the Mauna. So reach out. You like talk story, you need help, reach out, Kako. Don't ever forget that if you're not doing anything today, if you're not doing it daily, you're not doing anything daily to secure clean food, clean air, clean water. Again, Kako, if you're not doing anything every day on the daily to secure clean food, clean air, clean water, that's clean food, clean air, clean water, then you're not doing anything to secure a sustainable future for your keiki, your keiki's keiki, and your keiki's keiki's keiki. So amongst all of this chaos and aloha aina that's going on, we must always keep in mind, that we need to secure a sustainable future for our keiki, and that is only when we secure clean food, clean air, clean water. If you haven't done that yesterday, start today. Okay? Because it's the only way our keiki will survive. If not, they're going to be faced with the same kinds of things. High blood pressure, heart problems, cancer, diabetes, all the socioeconomic struggles going on, poverty and all of this. Because remember, you are what you eat. If you're eating crap, you become that. Your mind cannot expand. Yeah. Our keiki deserve clean food, clean air, clean water. And the only way we can do that is through securing aina, through securing identity, what's happening right now on the mauna, and all of these social aina struggles that's been happening for generations now. And here's what I truly believe: there's only 2 generations left. If we do nothing now as makua, 2 generations from now, not gonna have anything. If we do nothing, if you do nothing as makua today, whether you have keiki or not, if you do nothing as makua today, in 2 generations, you ain't gonna have shit. Ain't gonna have shit. We see it. The condominiums, the hotels, these monster homes. Yeah. I go Maui, I can't even afford for buying bottled water. That's the trip, Skako. We do nothing today to secure clean food, clean air, clean water for our babies. 2 generations from now, they ain't gonna have anything. Nothing. How far in the future can you look? Can you? Yeah, how far is your vision? So, mekela e novo Kuike. Me kona o kala, me kona manako kia kakahiaka with the morning mango. Delivering on the daily, aloha aina. And I wish I could do it on the weekends, but there's simply just the weekends are my baby's time. And I don't want that much mango. But yeah, kako. Make it loud. Don't forget to go out. So where the next land we going to secure? That's always a good question. My question to you and everybody watching is, how do we secure land? There's many ways we can secure land. There's some kuleana land that we could revive, even though that may not be our kuleana. But if the kuleana is to kalo, if the kuleana is to growing kalo and cultivating kalo, as long as the kalo is in the ground, they cannot stop the water as well as develop the land. It takes a lot of research. All these years we get these scholars. Now what? How do we secure land? We must first secure, and this is just me, but we must first secure this. No. Space and time. Occupation is the game. I said it when I first came live on this morning mango. How do we secure land? Occupation. But we cannot occupy land if we cannot occupy our own minds. If they come in force, right? If we occupy and they come in force and we cannot control ourselves, and we act out and we give them the justification to use force against us, that set, not only does that set precedence, but we lose. Before we march on the aina, we must take this back. That's why today's title is Space and Time. How much longer will we allow them to occupy this space? Every morning you must decolonize. Every lunch, every dinner, all day, every day, decolonize. Don't allow them much longer, any longer at all, in fact, to occupy this space. When they control this, they control everything. You take back aina, you must first occupy your own mind. You must first take control of your own life. That's the only way going to work. It's the only way going to work. And we have these 5 simple attributes. Yeah, the moral foundation of our lahui, which is aloha. Akahai, lokahi, olu olu, ha'aha'a, aho nui. When we can figure out what that means to us, when we can figure out how to walk this life through those attributes, we solidify our stance, our existence, our identity here in our own home, and then we can go occupy. Any occupation that has happened has either worked, succeeded, or not, has fallen short, but it was led by people who were strong-minded. That's the only way it can happen. But not only were they strong-minded, they were open-minded. And I believe that it was only because these people were able to look at the big picture from 30,000 feet above, from the bird's eye view, and see the big picture, and see far enough ahead, yeah, that they can position themselves today, yeah, to reach there, to get there. You like reclaim Aina? You reclaim this. I don't know. That's just me. But I tell you what, that's the blueprint to success when it comes to me. Because the truth is, this is all our Aina. But if we don't know it, it'll never be returned to us. And that's what I mean. They've desensitized us for way too long. We get our own ohana walking around believing that they own nothing, that they have no home. I'm just like, no, just because you don't have a house doesn't mean you don't have a home. And so it's very important how we treat each other. In opinion, who's doing it now? Can you still a general, who's doing what now? I'm gonna wait for your answer. Who's doing what now? In opinion, who's doing what now? Because I'll give you 1 minute. Who's doing what now? So instead of sharing opinion, what I want to do is share a little story right now about why I do what I do and how come. How come that? Very simply put, who controls the food controls the herd. Who controls the food controls the herd. Who controls the food controls the herd. It's not just asserting their rights and holding down the land base. Yeah, we get very good examples, great examples. Nation of Hawaii. We get every beneficiary, recipient of the Hawaiian Homes Commissions Act of 1920. They're asserting their rights and holding it down. As beneficiaries, they take claim to that home, right? They take claim to that space. So that's why I asked, like, you gotta get real specific. Mauna Kea, they're asserting their rights and holding down a land base. That's why I say space and time. Kanaka Rangers, they've been up on that Mauna for almost 2 years now, occupying, asserting their rights. Plenty of examples. Kamehameha Schools, LT, Lunalila Homes. As long as there's kupuna there, they're asserting their rights and holding it down. So plenty of examples. But what we must do is secure food. Because if we can secure our food, then we can secure our aina. If we can secure our aina, then that's it. Everything else can come back. But none of that can happen unless we secure our minds and ourselves. None of it. Yeah. Because if we're on the front line and we get out of line, potentially we jeopardize and risk everything. Maybe, maybe not. We'll never know the alternative. We can make assumptions and guess, but we'll never know the alternative. But I know this, that only through aloha will we be able to succeed. So why do I do what I do? Who controls the food controls the herd. We all know this. Yeah. 97%, and I've said it many times, 97% of everything you consume, if you're not living off the aina, if you're not eating from the tree and from the earth, yeah, 97%. If you go to the store just like me, you go to the store, 97% of what you do, of what you consume, comes off of a ship from some aina e. Yeah? That you know nothing about where your food came from, how it was produced, who produced it, when they produced it, where they produced it. That's why I do what I do. Try to reclaim I. Yeah? Because before you get aina, you get I. Because unless that aina is feeding you, it's just moku. If you look at the word aina, it's literally two words, aina, food for, or food of. So who controls food? Controls the herd. We know this, right? We put the kibbles in the bowl, we shake them, the dog come, wag its tail, love you forever. So if we don't control our own food, if we don't take steps into controlling our own food, then literally we're just a dog chained to the tree, we're just a dog in the kennel, or a pig in the pen. What do you want to be? What do you want your keiki to be when they grow up? Do you want him to be the pig in the pen or the dog chained to the tree? Like what is it? Self-determination starts at home on your plate. When you look down at your plate tonight at dinner, you've determined that for your future. What you gonna do? So that's why I do. What's up, Miles? Huh? Oh yeah, I just got a tractor. So that's why, Hako, you want to reclaim aina? Reclaim your identity. Know who you are. If you don't know who you are, you don't know where you come from, you don't know your genealogy, you don't know any of that, they've stolen your identity right in front of you. How can you have claim to anything? How can you? So that's the one right here. Yeah. You take that back, you take back everything. Don't be the pig in the pen, waiting for the next meal to come down the line. Yeah, we all know that most pigs today raised with slop, with rubbish. Is that what you want for yourself? Is that what you want for your keiki? You reclaim that. You reclaim aina. That is it. That's why I do what I do. Oh. Sometimes it's a long road. Sometimes it's a lonely road. You walk alone, Kako. It's okay. So I say, yeah, why is there a lot of disruption in our mana? Because we continually allow them to disrupt and disturb our kupuna and remove them from their resting spaces, resting places. As Kanaka, we understand that that's where our mana comes from. That's why genealogy is very important. But if we allow them to do this to us continually, Sorry guys. Over here, farm life. So if we continually allow them to do this to us, come on, there we go. Then the mana gonna continually be disrupted. So I just like say, I gotta get to work. Gotta get back to reclaiming Aina, true I. But love you all. Love you all. B, Brandon. Yeah, I think there's a YouTube channel with all my morning mangoes on top. All my lives. I think there's like 40 something videos already. We're planning to catch up. But make it like kako. Love you all. Don't forget to go out, plant a tree, plant a plant, yeah, because your plants, your trees are ultimately our oxygen. Ultimately our oxygen, yeah. So go out, plant a tree, plant a plant, yeah, with the intention to feed the future. If nothing you do today is not intended to feed the future, then is there really a future for you? I don't know. So if I've offended anybody, kalamai. But that's my reality. And love you folks. Aloha aina me ka oia i'o. And I'll see you on tomorrow's morning mango into the kia'i up on the mauna. Ke aloha nui to the kia'i up down in the land of the long white cloud, Aotearoa, Ihu Matao. Ke aloha aina oko. And from Hilo to Hanalei, all the spaces in between. Ke aloha nui. That's it.